Hello, this is a video to show a new controller of mine. It is wireless, which is not new for mine, but I did add a hands-free feature to it, like I have in a lot of my handhelds now that are available. If you have any questions, emails on top here. The main reason I have this paper up here is to block the radio lights because it screws up with the camera. This is the receiver. And this is your basic remote for the standard basic package, economy package should I say. I do make large full-size remotes too, like this, and I can do them in colors too. Blue's my basic color. I had this one on already. Okay. This controller works normal. You turn on your plow thing, your plow receiver and remote, and it'll run the plow normally, but this one has added features. First feature is a light feature. This can turn on auxiliary lights if you have a beacon. If you have a Hiniker, you need the controller to turn on your lights on the Hiniker, but you can run a number of lights for it. The way this works is if you tap the power button, instead of, well, first you got to turn the remote on. This one has backlighting on it. I usually don't have them on these, but I decided to add a bulb on these upon requests. What you do is you tap the power button just for a sec, and you'll see the little green light flashing on the top, which is normally your float light, and the white light down below that indicates the lights are on. I'm going to put a box here in case it helps with seeing it. I'm not sure if it will. No, it doesn't look it. Okay, that would turn on your external lights that you have wired in. Now to turn the controller on full time, you hold the button in, and that gives you your power light on the bottom and also indicates that your light system is on if you have it wired up. The other option, I also have a power button on the receiver on the top left, which does the same thing. Hold it in, or just tap it, or hold it in to turn it on full time. That's just a backup turn on. This is a prototype type version, so the next one will actually have an emergency up down on the left side. I mean the right side, my left dummy. And you could, if you don't have your remote handy and you need to lift the plow or lower the plow, you can do that. You know, just to move the truck or to take the plow on and off, you just power it on from there and then use the up down switch. Alright, now that it's on, you'll see the normal functions. If it's all the way to the left, I hit the shake button, just jumped ahead. Alright, anyway, disregard that for a second. I'll explain that later. If you want to go all the way to the right and you're all the way to the left, you can double tap it. You hit it first, and then as soon as you see the plow move, hit it again. And that usually, there it goes. It's all in the tap system, how well you get used to it. My big fingers hit multiple buttons at one time, so that feature doesn't always work out great on a small remote anyway. Down you tap or you hold it, and your float light will come on your receiver. The top right light you notice flickering, that means this is getting sent to that. It's getting received. Alright, now back to this shaking button. That's the button on the right here. What it does is if your plow's down a little too far or sitting on the ground, it'll lift it for a second, then shake it. It's to shake off snow. Might help when you get stuck too. Okay, now the main feature is the auto feature. That's a different top left button here on this one. And it's also left on the handheld, but if you hit it once, what it does is it turns on the yellow light on the receiver here. And that means you're in first mode of the hands-free, which is a back drag mode. So when you put the truck in reverse, once you're pulled up to something, it'll drop the plow. You do your back drag. When you're done back dragging, back up for another swipe. It'll raise the plow. This feature is on Meyer's, some of their controllers. But what I decided to do was add another feature, was add the blinkers into the system. If you turn the blinkers, plow will move with the blinkers. What you can do is also, you can double tap this one and make it go all the way to left to right, and vice versa. Okay, that is the back drag mode. Next mode, if you hit it again, puts you into plow mode. So if you're in any gear, park, other than reverse, the plow will drop. If you're in reverse, it'll pick up your plow, move it to where you want it. I just double tapped it, and drive drops the plow. A little tough plow on dry pavement, but that's basically how this drive mode moves. Said you can move it. Help put it in drive, not neutral. And that's the auto function. Now to take it out of auto, you'll see the light still blinking because it's in auto. It's also on float because I have it. It's down and float automatically. Push it again, and it turns off the blinking yellow light, and then you can go back to your normal plow mode. The other handhelds, they're just a larger version and do the same thing. This one has 3 settings on the power switch to turn the remote on. It doesn't turn the receiver on, okay? You turn the remote on by hitting it once. All you're going to see is the logo light lighting up. That's safe battery power. If you turn it on again, then this one's got full backlighting. This has a 12 volt made out of, built from 3 cells, and it's rechargeable while it's in the handle. It comes with a charger, but essentially it works the same way as the other one. This one, the power button for the receiver is at the top left instead of the bottom left. Just hold it in, turns off the remote, the receiver. Push it again, turns it back on, and then you've got your up down. This one's a little easier to double tap usually. Right and left. And on down and float, the light comes on the receiver, and if you want, you could double tap up. This also shake button. This is your auto mode button, which puts your first mode is yellow light only. Usually if you're in park, you'll know which mode you're in because only the yellow light will go on the first mode. And if you hit it again, it automatically drops. And that puts you in the second mode, and this third time turns it off. Okay, some notes as far as everything working. This will work without doing any cosmetic wiring in your truck for regular up, down, left, right. But if you want to use any of the features, the automatic up and down or the auto plow left and right, you need to run some wires. So for the reverse, best place to get that is off, well, it's not the best place, but there's a number of places you can get the reverse light. You can go all the way back to your reverse lights or trailer hitch if you can't get into your reverse lights. Or you get the neutral safety switch at the transmission. You can pick it up there. Some newer vehicles have backup cameras, and so they sometimes have a wire under the hood and a fuse that activates the reverse. But you could also tap it in off of there, or you could tap it in off the camera if you do have a camera already running. So it just needs a signal to know it's getting power when the reverse light is getting lit up. That's how these operate. As far as the blinkers, the wires have to be run from where the controller plug is out to the front's shortest way. So the front left or front right blinker. If you have a plow module on a Western Fisher that controls your lights, the best place to tap in is right there. It's easy just to tap into those 2 wires where they enter the module. If you need information on where it is, I just need to know if it's a 3-port or a 4-port unit and what kind of plow you have, and I can tell you which wires to go into. That's basically it as far as this is concerned. I think I also have this in a wired version, which looks like the remote, and doesn't have the wireless receiver, but it directly plugs in. This one's a 6-pin, 4-pin. I didn't shroud it yet, but the 6-pin goes into your original plug. This one's here. The difference between the handheld and the wireless, this actually has lights on board. And the lights, you probably, after a while, you get used to what's what and what mode you're in, just to get you started. Okay. That's about it on the wireless one. I got to do one for the wired one. Alright, thanks for watching.